we are at episode 6. Trust the System podcast. I'm Phil.
I'm Seamus.
I'm Sparno.
Easy there, boy. We have a system, though.
We have a system. We're going clockwise.
Another mediocre week.
Another mediocre week. I mean, it's not a losing week. We went 13-12. I mean, that's good for most gamblers. On the show, we were 5-3, which, I mean, if you're taking just on the show picks, you're really dominating this year. 23-12 overall on the show.
Yeah, the show was pretty good.
I mean, I did suggest last episode that you should take all the bets, but I'm actually going to change my tune. I'm going to tell you now.
Wow.
Maybe just take the on the show picks for now until we catch fire, until you notice we catch fire, and then hop on the Twitter. You know, I just think that I know for a fact we're going to catch fire.
Yeah, we will.
And when we do, it's really crazy. We're going to hit like friggin' 20 bets in a row. It really does happen.
But we're going to put in the extra work, as I said. Like the show, we're in here for hours, 3 hours before we start. We're getting the picks we want. Honestly, from my point of view, I'm not doing as much work off the show. That's going to change. So when we put the shows, the non-show picks out on Saturday, I want them to be the same quality, the same effort that we put for these show picks. So you will see the turnaround.
Yeah, the turnaround's going to happen, and it's going to be big. Yeah, so, I mean, these were tough weeks behind us, and we're sticking around. You know, I said last week there was a tough week on the show, and the week before. This week looks all right. It doesn't look that crazy good. We're going to try to make it work again. But as long as we stick around with these kind of even weeks up a little bit, and then we hit those monster weeks, you're going to see the system thrive, baby.
Yeah, man. If these are our worst weeks.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Doing good.
We still got to win your record.
Got to win a record. We got to win. Overall, with all the picks that we've ever taken, right now we're 41-33. As I said, on the show, we're 23-12. Off the show, we're 18-21. So that's the discrepancy right there.
That's where we're going to turn around.
Yeah, we're going to turn that around, all right? Look, I've never bet for anyone else in my life before. I've just been by myself, betting for myself. Now I'm like betting. I feel like I have people leaning on me.
Thousands of people.
Yeah, thousands of people leaning on me for
mass
picks.
texts.
So I don't mind. I don't care myself losing money, but I care about losing other people's money. So I'm gonna really make it happen for you guys. Seamus, Sparno, we're gonna make it happen. All right.
Yeah.
Let me go through this real quick. So the Sprinkle's 5-0. Undefeated Sprinkle. So every time we write Sprinkle, you should be taking out a mortgage and putting it on that.
That's unbeatable.
The Sparno, Fade the Sparno is also undefeated. Sparno went 0-3, but we went 3-0.
Yeah, that's going to change this week.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sounds like somebody said last week.
Good luck, right? That's all you gotta say.
Good luck, lad.
So overall, Sparno's 4-5 on the show. Seamus is 8-4. Kudos. And Phil finally got his first loss last week, 11-1.
Yeah, that's the
system.
That was tough.
Georgia State. We'll go over that now. Are you ready? Let's go recap the week.
Recaps.
Yeah, all right. I'll start off then because I had the first game was a Thursday night game, Cleveland Browns against the Steelers. Browns were 4.5. I told you this last week. It smelled fishy. The line didn't make any sense. Everyone was in Pittsburgh after the show. People saying Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. They end up winning 29-17. They got that touchdown in the last second, which put a little gloss in the score. But still, even without it, you would have covered it went off at 4.5, so they're winning at that point by 5.
Yeah,
they end up winning by 12. So that got me off to the 1-0 start. Switched over to Saturday. Was the early game, 12 o'clock. It was Buffalo College against I forgot who they were playing.
It was
EMU.
East Michigan.
Because I watched that game. It was awesome. So they were +6. They won straight up 50-31. Man, that game,
huge.
Watched the whole game. They ground and pound them into the ground. The bad thing about that Buffalo game is, because some people are telling me, that line wasn't actually available on FanDuel.
Yeah,
some of these apps.
That's the problem.
We got it on our the other apps we use. And if that ever happens again, my advice is get a plane, go straight to Vegas. Because if FanDuel's not giving you that line and we're giving you the pick.
There's a reason.
Oh, you know it's good.
Yeah.
So as I said, that was an easy one. So that was 2-0.
Take Bones to Vegas with you too.
Yeah, 2-0. The bag of shame was long in the past. But unfortunately, he reared his ugly head again. In the late night game was Stanford against Washington. Look, we say this every week. We work the barn Saturday night, so I never even got to see. I barely got to. We turned on for the last quarter, if that. They made
a little comeback there, but
it looked a little. Yeah, it was just
a small chance in there.
Yeah, they were kind of teasing us. It was 40-22. The spread was 13. I think I went off at
14.
So 14.
13.5. Really, it's
either way. Look, if I think they got a touchdown close to the end to even make it close. It was never close.
It wasn't.
Going forward, then, because I said, like, I enjoy watching the games. I just don't have enough. We don't have time to watch the West Coast
Especially
games.
on Saturday.
Saturday's tough.
So I'm not gonna give a pick for now on the West Coast games because it's no fun just working and then just looking up and knowing whether you won or lost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great
Exactly.
if you win, but
Those West Coast games are also tough. They kind of get a little non-system towards 11 o'clock at night for some reason. I've noticed over the years.
yeah, and if you can go more west to fucking Hawaii, forget about it.
The more west you go, the less system it gets.
But anyway, I finished-
Just look at California, folks.
I got 2-1, so I flipped the script from 1 and 2. So I'll go at least 2-1 again this week, maybe 3-0. But Sparno, you can go to your recap.
Yeah. Well, I did my infamous 1-1. I'm pretty good at that.
Back to the 50
And, I took Iowa. My first one was Iowa -8. They won this game pretty easy. They won 27-10. We thought this was a pretty system. Rutgers is 3-0. Everyone's going to take Rutgers with the 3-0 record. Iowa it wasn't even close. The whole game they're up 17-0.
Very boring for us.
Very
Yeah.
boring. It's too easy.
Boring games
I
are the
don't
best
like those
games.
games. It's too
You don't
easy.
like
Too
them?
easy.
I love them.
I don't. I'm a little sweat. There's no sweat in this game. Very, very easy game. Then the second game I lost to the Commanders plus 6.5. We thought that was a fishy line. We thought they would, be a close game against the Eagles. But Eagles are a very dominant team. They just killed them. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Commanders could becoming the system killer. The system killer's actually been pretty weird for the start of the
keeps
season.
changing.
There is none.
There really isn't apart from Notre Dame
and Vinny. That's it.
There's two system
only
killers
two.
every week. They're not going anywhere. But a few have come off the board. Like we said, Jets are usually system killers. Jaguars are fucking awesome this
And
year.
the Bills
I don't know
might
what
be
the
on
hell's going
again.
on there.
The Bills lost too,
Bills lost too. We thought they were going to be unbeatable.
and we took the Dolphins in that game.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So Phil, that got on to you.
All right. So I was 9-0. I couldn't talk about it enough last episode, and the gods came down.
Oh, they came down.
And immediately gave me my first loss on Thursday. Georgia State versus Coastal Carolina. Georgia State was +3. They were 0-3. Coastal was 3-0. They're in the same division. It just looks so fishy, man. That spread should have been -10, and Coastal just killed them. Kind of, I mean, if you're a Sparno, you definitely take Coastal, and you think that's an easy one.
Yeah,
But, you know,
I actually took close to that game.
you probably did. So that one was tough for me. I really like Georgia State. It just seems so fishy.
Do you know why it was also tough is because props to our cameraman Angelo. He put out a really good video on Thursday
Yeah,
morning.
we really wanted that
our
one.
most viewed video yet.
Yeah.
And I had a pick and Phil had a pick. So to anyone just see it for the first time, I went 1-0.
Yeah.
Phil goes 0-1.
It would've been
so
nice.
everyone thinks I'm system now.
My only loss.
It would have been nice 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 would have been freaking great, but
I know.
man, we'll get there.
So then I had Texas A&M versus Arkansas. Texas A&M won by 2. It was -1.5. That game was awesome to watch. I mean, actually, I put out a parlay. It was Iowa under, and Texas A&M. So within 5 minutes, Iowa, that game should have went under. Iowa kicked a field goal with like 3 minutes or 4 minutes left in the game. It hit the crossbar and went in.
Oh yeah, it was a big kick too.
And
Yeah.
then 2 minutes later, Arkansas was down 2, kicked a field goal, hit the top of the
That was the
crossbar,
craziest miss
and
ever.
it just like dropped down
came
in
back,
front of it. That was so
and
funny.
they missed. So within 2 minutes, 2 crossbars affected our bets.
Yeah.
And we should have hit that under, but that would have been huge.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
But Texas A&M covered. And then I had the Colts on Sunday versus the Chiefs. The Colts were +5.5. That's such a fishy line, man. Everyone must have been on the Chiefs in that game.
they were.
And the Colts actually won, I think 20-17.
Yeah, they beat
They
them
won the
straight up.
game. That was a nice, easy bet for me. I didn't even have to watch.
Yeah, I didn't think Colts would win that game. We knew they'd cover the spread, but
Yeah.
I think that killed a few people.
It actually looked scary. I think the Colts, it was like 14 to, the Colts were up by like 3 towards the end, and the Colts got the ball back and almost scored a touchdown again. But somehow the Colts won.
the Chiefs kept. I think.
I mean the Chiefs, I'm
the
sorry.
Chiefs missed a couple of field goals.
Yeah,
too. I think they
that-
went
yeah,
for,
that's
they
what
went for a
happened.
fake as well.
Yes. They went for the fake field
Yeah.
goal,
Yeah.
and they didn't get it. And then the Colts came down and scored.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Matty Ice.
I mean, that line is so fishy.
That's such a fishy line, man.
Against the Chiefs?
I mean, if the Colts were -10 in that game, it's probably a no bet. Because it was 5.5, we took the Colts. Now you got to be understanding the system
Yes.
here. That's just how the system works, all right?
Which are people? There are people in my circle of friends who do understand that.
Yeah. So people, you're getting it now.
Yeah.
You're getting it now. We might not have the best record off the show, but look, if you're watching the show and you understand the system, now you're kind of like, okay, I get it. You don't really need us as much.
You'll start to see
You
a
can
few
see your own
things.
things.
Yeah.
We're getting texts from people they're actually telling us this looks system, and sometimes they're right.
Shout out to Dion.
I like it. Yeah, Dion.
Dion gave us a pick last week.
Looking good.
Yeah.
That's it for the recap. Oh, I just want to say one more thing. With parlays, I know I was 0-3 on parlays last week. We should have hit the fucking Clemson one. I actually called it. We're going to get an double overtime special. Clemson -8,
It almost
7.5.
happened. They missed
And
the
they
two-point
scored
conversion.
the touchdown in double overtime, went for 2 and missed. If they would have got that, we would have hit a parlay. We would have been dominating for the week. Would have been 4-1 at noon.
That would have flipped everything.
That would have
on
flipped
its
the
head.
whole fucking week.
Yeah.
But we didn't get it. We lost the parlays. So I just want to let you know what I do with parlays. Let's say, for example, I bet $70 a game straight. That means I'm going to take a parlay $30. So it's about 40% of my real bet. I just want you not to do the same amount on your parlays as you do on your straight bet. The straight bets have to be bigger. Otherwise, you're going to get killed if you don't hit the parlays.
Yeah.
Okay?
So we met these up in the parlays
That's
for
that.
until.
So we're going to bring on our special guest of the day. It's Davey John Scott. Big Red.
Co-owner of
Co-owners, yeah.
Growlers.
Co-owner of Growlers with me. One of my best friends. Grew up together.
We all worked together at Brazen Fox. That's how we all met him. Seamus and I worked with him for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
We became good friends.
Yonkers fireman as well. Big boxer. He fights the cops every
He beats
time.
the cops up, beats their ass.
Kicks the cops' asses.
They don't even want to fight him anymore.
They don't even want to fight him.
actually
They
don't.
run away. They run away.
They all pull out. That's fucking great.
And that's that. Let's bring him on.
So yeah, let's get him on.
And here we got Davey on the show. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome,
Thank you.
Davey.
Welcome.
Davey.
Great to have you in.
It's actually Davey's birthday today. Happy birthday.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Davey.
System birthday.
System birthday.
How old are you?
Claps.
How old are you? 31?
32.
Oh, 32. Wow.
Wow.
Getting old, man.
We're
Getting
all
up there.
We're all getting old.
Getting
now.
old.
These knees are 42, though. Don't
You
worry.
losing hair? We can't tell with that hat on. You losing
Yeah,
hair
that's why I
yet?
got the hat on. Going gray.
So I first met Davey. I don't remember when because we grew up together. I think he was about this tall when I met him. And we went to school together. I was actually in his older sister's grade in grammar school, and he was in the same school, and we just grew up together basically. So there's no really funny story about how we met, but I think there is about these guys.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's like everything I've said before. So Davey was part-time in the Brazen. So when I started, we just our schedules kind of crisscrossed. I met him once in my life. But if you know Davey, he's very unassuming, quiet almost, if you don't really know him. So
Yeah.
this is a vibe I got off him. So lo and behold, it's this time of year now, Oktoberfest. So I'm working outside at the Brazen Fox. So if anyone knows that area, the patio, the bar's huge. The patio's even bigger, and I'm like one man doing 400 people. So it's bananas, and I can see a sea of people. Next minute, I look up and I see Davey. He's like, "Hey, Seamus, you want any help?" And I was like, I looked to the manager's just standing there. Joe, remember Joe?
Yeah.
He was hiding in the corner. I'm like,
He was trying to help, but he wasn't.
no, he was not helping at all.
Yeah.
I was like, grab him a shirt right now. So Davey's face drops. He just chucks him a shirt. So Davey's
Shit face.
Davey's completely loaded wearing jeans and we're working. Davey stayed with me for 3 hours, and the people were so fucking mad. And they're like to Davey, he's like, "You suck," and he's like, "Yo, do I even look like I fucking care?" Like, shut your mouth, and I'll serve you when I get you.
Oh, that's great.
And to be fair, Davey stayed there for a good 3 hours. Then he looked at me. He's like, "Man, I'm gloomed. I gotta go." And I'm like, "Davey, you fucking help me out." And
Well, Joe let me take shots the whole time I was working there. So
Oh, yeah, he
that didn't help.
Yeah, keep the buzz going.
he literally stood hiding in the corner as Davey was just drinking Molly Jameson or something. But after that, I'd say then we just became good friends, and that led on to, I guess, Sparno. How'd you
Yeah,
meet
the
Dave?
first time I met Davey, it was I think it was Sunday football. We were working together. We were working an early shift. We both got out after the 4 o'clock games or whatever. We're sitting there drinking. I'm like, "Hey, I want to have a drink." I hadn't really met this guy before or whatever. Just drink at the bar at Brazen. The pumpkin beers, which you all know
They were very
are
dangerous.
very, very deadly.
Very, very dangerous.
Wow.
And
Tasty treat.
Davey's a lot bigger than me, and as you can see, and I try to keep up with the guy. I want to act cool.
You can't keep up
I
with
can
him.
keep up with him. And I was completely shit-faced. And then we ended up driving down to Katona,
Check out a bunch.
check out the bond, and I let Davey take over the story from that.
Oh yeah.
So Spawn's always been a mental bully.
Yeah.
Maybe
big
not
time.
a physical bully, but definitely
No,
a
yeah.
mental bully.
That's why we
Please.
kill him on the show. He deserves it.
Yeah, right.
Everything he gets, he deserves. Every losing bet, he deserves.
It's karma for 20 years.
Yes.
So now he's messing around with our friend Vinny, who
We talk
coincidentally
about
got
every
both
episode.
of our
Certified
jobs.
Oh,
at the
Vinny,
Brazen.
Vinny.
Never heard of him
And,
before.
next thing you know, Spawn goes WWE, full Nelson on him.
On Vinny?
Yeah.
On Vinny.
And Vinny,
They fall into the
Vinny
the,
wraps him
the
around and
machine.
gives him a good slap
Vinny
in
was
the
so
face.
mad.
He couldn't get out. And he backs me into the candy machine. And I hit the corner machine, hit the back of my spine. I'm like, oh.
And you let go?
I released the
you
hold.
did let
It
go?
hurt so much.
Yeah. And then he slapped you, right?
He
The
slapped
slap
me.
heard around the world.
Yeah,
or
wow.
at least around chicken,
And he
chicken
walked
on the bun.
outside.
Beside
He
Jerry
was
Ball,
offering
slap,
Vinny
slide,
outside.
second slap.
Vinny was standing outside offering you to come out.
You want to fight him.
Like, I'm not fighting you, man. It's like,
He was so embarrassed. It was like all his friends. It was like
yeah.
my friends.
Yeah,
so like
yeah, yeah.
I
First
got him
time
in the
met him.
lock. And
first
he,
time
like,
I seen Vinny in my life.
and
So
he was like embarrassed. Like, oh, I put him in the lock, but I wasn't gonna fight him about it. So
The Sparno locks are really legendary.
He's got me a few times.
yeah, I tried to get Davey. It was just too big.
Yeah.
He gets
He
out
can't
of-
reach.
yeah, you need like a run and jump just
Yeah,
to
if
get
I
up
gotta
there.
it's like a step ladder maybe. Then there you go.
But that's great. Fuck. And then what? I suppose over the years, then
We have a couple good stories. I mean, me and Davey have so many stories together, man. We've done so many things that we just have to tell you a few and narrow it down to a couple good ones.
Give us your best.
So we'll do some gambling ones first. So one time, you were there. We were in Atlantic City.
Oh yeah.
And we found this game, Texas Hold'em against the dealer. It was the first time we ever played, and we were really dominating. And we were
all making
we were
money.
doing so good, and we were just getting fucked up, and we were having a lot of tasty treats.
We had no
And
system back then with gambling.
There was
really.
zero system.
No,
but
that was but for some reason
we did good. As a matter of fact, I always play this game now because of that day, and I've never won since.
Yeah, no,
So
I'll
it's a
play it
non-system
too.
game. It's not a system
I've
game.
never won since.
Yeah, once you develop a system for it, yes, you lose.
So after the game, Davey got what happened? We finished playing.
No,
Back
we were
was
at
right.
the table. We were at the table, and
Oh.
me and Phil have always been a little competitive,
Yeah.
sports and whatnot. So, and he was telling me a bet one way, I was telling him a bet. So we got in a little, argument.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, somehow foot racing came up. So he's like, "I'll beat you in a race." And I looked him dead in the eye. I said, "I'll beat you in a race backwards."
But Davey
meaning
thought
I would go backwards, he'd go forwards.
So we both just start going backwards, sprinting backwards in the casino.
I'm like, what are these guys at?
and we're
Yeah,
staring at each
looking
other,
at each other.
right in the
And
eyes. We didn't look behind us at all. And Davey
a trash can came out of nowhere.
Davey
Yeah,
hits,
trash can came out of
it
nowhere.
sounded like a bomb exploded. Davey hits a trash can, flips through the air. The trash can goes flying. I'm like, oh my God. I come back to help him. I pick him up, and Davey, he finishes the race and beats me. I was like, fuck.
That's great.
And then we had a security detail for the rest of the night.
Yeah, after that, the security
They
came
loved
up
us,
to
though.
us, and they followed us around the entire night.
They were hysterically laughing the whole night.
Yeah, but we were being so funny that they loved us.
Yeah, no, they're good
Begging
guys.
us to stop gambling. We were telling them to mug off.
Yeah, we're like, we can't stop. And then another
Go to
one,
bed.
another one was it was me, Davey, and Vinny. Hello, Vinny.
Hi, buddy.
We were in. Actually, Vinny was sleeping at the time. It was late night. Me and Davey were just out. We're gambling.
Is it Atlantic City again?
Yeah, we're
I think that's the only time I've ever won money in Atlantic City.
this
Really?
night.
After I
Explain
went to the
Vinny
Super
again.
Bowl pool.
Well,
I
everyone
went
knows
there
who
a
Vinny
ton of
is.
money.
Yes, that's what we did.
Everyone knows funny.
So
He sucks.
Suck.
Vinny was sleeping. Me and Davey are out gambling. We find a war table in the casino. We'd never seen this before. It was war against the dealer.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
It's like, your
So it's
card
just one
versus my
card. Yeah, war. So
That's-
we're-
And the lady's like, "This is the worst statistical game
Yeah.
you could play."
We're like, "Oh, great."
We're like, "Shut your mouth,
System.
lady, and deal the cards." She loved this too, by the way. She loved this.
So we're playing a little bit, and then we're like, oh shit, we should get Vinny. He's gonna love this game. So we go up to the room.
It wasn't easy to wake him up. We had to
he
slap
dead?
his head with belts to get.
Yeah.
We were making as much noise as
Yeah,
possible.
he's like, oh, what? We're like, we found war. You gotta come play. He's like, no, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. We made him come.
I think we dressed him. We
Yeah,
put
yeah.
his clothes on.
we made Vinny come play.
over your shoulder.
It was like in the middle of the night. He was fast asleep. He
Living his
He,
best life,
hated,
probably.
he hated every moment of it.
So we go down,
lost- he
we
lost
start
every
playing.
penny.
Yeah, Vinny lost everything he had. Everything he had, he lost. He was so mad at us for the rest of the day.
And we put him back to bed, and then we just kept gambling.
And winning.
So all Vinny had to do was stay asleep, but we didn't let it happen. System, you know?
Yeah, that's great. Real quickly, I'll tell. Sorry, Miz will tell. I don't know why. When people are sleeping and whatever, we think of
Oh my
Davey.
God.
Me and Sparta were in Nashville 5 years ago for our friend's birthday. So Sparta, you can start the story anyway because.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, we thought it was funny that when one of us go to sleep, we're going to throw a bucket of water on each other.
So you planned this yourself.
Yeah, I think I did. So for whatever, we would FaceTime Davey.
I would be asleep.
He'd be sleeping, and I'd FaceTime Davey. Like, Davey, watch this. I get a bucket of water and throw it on Seamus.
And I didn't move.
Did not
like,
move.
I was
Didn't
so
flinch.
drunk, didn't flinch.
His head is soaked through
I
water.
would wake up the next day like so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm not telling Sparta. I fucking pissed myself.
You thought it was
Yeah, so I just said nothing. So the weekend went on. He must have done this like 3 times. So,
Like the last night.
yeah,
I
so the
finally fall
last
asleep.
night, finally, whatever happened. Those nights, whenever we go out, when I go out drinking, I start in the morning and I just don't stop until I fucking fall over.
I was taking
Sparno was
breaks.
taking midday naps, like going home, coming back. So the last night, for some reason, whatever, I come home and Sparno's sitting there sleeping. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking my moment. So instead of getting cold water, I get like the hottest water I can find. Like the water's steaming everywhere.
Oh my
And
God,
I'm like
boiling.
FaceTiming Davey with a big smile on my face, ready to chuck this like scalding hot water over Sparno. Thankfully for Sparno, Davey didn't answer, so I just put the bucket down and go to sleep.
Wow, you
But
got
if
lucky,
Davey,
man.
if Davey had
Davey
answered,
saved me.
holy
Sparno would be
I'd be sitting
skinless.
here with a bird face right now.
You're two-faced.
and that would have been well deserved too. Fuck, good times, man. Nashville, some city.
So we also have, let's do the Charleston story first.
This is another story of just you two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So me and Davey go down to Charleston, South Carolina, and we visit my boy Jack, who lived there at the time. I went to school with him in Florida. He's a cool dude. I think he might be watching this. Hi, Jack.
Hello, Jack.
So we go down, and like Jack was working or something, so he lets us in the his roommate lets us in the apartment, and me and Davey just there. So we grab a 30-pack. We're drinking all day, just in the room. We finish the 30-pack. We're sober for some reason. We can't get drunk. So we're like, fuck, how do we get drunk? We
I think
leave.
we went out. We got another 12-pack, and then
We might have.
Wow.
it was unbelievable.
Yeah, we
drank
They
a-
were PBRs. It was.
We drank it
and our
retarded.
tails were wagging. You know, we were ready to
Yeah.
go. We were,
It was a retarded amount of beers. So then you tell it.
oh, so we finally go out.
Yeah.
And we find, the first bar we go into, we're like, we'll take one shot.
Yeah.
That was the end of our night.
What was it? What was it?
Shot of Jameson. So we
And
did
it
it.
was it was a monster shot.
Yeah.
And that
It was
was
blackout.
the tipping point from
Yeah,
there.
blackout. immediately.
Italian guys and fake Irish doing Jameson doesn't
Yeah.
work.
So we blacked out immediately. Well, not really, because we remember, but we were really drunk after that. So we go into
Brown out.
this one bar. Well, we should say we met Ben Roethlisberger at one bar.
Oh yeah. I walked in the
Big
bar
Ben was
first.
there?
We go into one bar. It's Ben Roethlisberger's bar. This is
Yeah.
This is actually
we
really
didn't know
good.
till after. So we walked in, and I kind of double took, and I was like, "Oh, Big Ben!" Like, "Oh, I'm a big fan," and I'm not. I don't even. I'm a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Just trying to be a little fanboy.
What'd he
I guess.
say?
And he's like, "Oh." So Phil walks
I go
by,
up to-
and he's like, "Big Ben, more like regular Ben," because I was about the same size as him.
Yeah. I'm like, Big Ben, more like regular Ben. You're not as big as I thought you would have been. And he goes, well, you're not as big as I thought you would have been. I was like, oh, nice one. Because like Davey was towering over him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
was,
Yeah.
Because he's a freaking big boy.
He's
yo.
big.
was broad.
This
I
one.
was
Oh, he's
broader.
more
But
wider.
tall, he's not. Because
Yeah.
I was like almost his height. He was like between me and Davey's
Yeah.
height.
Yo, that's
I
crazy. 'cause
probably an inch height on him.
he looks like a fucking giant on
Yeah.
TV.
I know, it's funny.
wow.
They do that. They do the fake heights, man.
Yeah,
on the
and he's
sports.
big.
Because we met David Lee too once, and Davey was like his height too. He was like a little taller than Davey, and he's supposed to be 6'11".
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
so
6'7".
whatever. That doesn't matter. But we meet him, and then we're at the bar, and we're seeing Ben Roethlisberger with this young girl.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, she looks super young.
No.
On the way back home from this trip, we hear
Stop.
that was when Ben Roethlisberger got in trouble for being with underage girls.
No
and it might have been
way.
that girl in the bar that we noticed.
It was like a week later at most
Yeah.
that story came out.
So
That's
whatever,
insane.
continuing the night. After that, we go to another bar, and all I remember is we're really drunk, and this girl comes up to me, and she's like, "I'm gonna be a stripper in Vegas." I was like, "Well, then you're gonna need some fake tits." And she got so mad at me, she threw the water in my face.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You deserve it.
That's like the first time I ever got water thrown in my face.
I was standing right there laughing.
Yeah.
Phil immediately
I got
goes,
so mad.
"Where is your boyfriend?"
Yeah, I was like, "Where's your boyfriend? I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. Go find him." What happened?
you
The
were the
bouncer
guy.
comes.
And the bouncer came over. He was like appeasing us, and Phil was like, "I'll beat the shit out of you too."
No,
Crazy.
really? Oh, you're
Anyhow,
nuts.
the New York
That's
mentality.
Jameson.
That's
and
not
yeah,
like you
Charles-
either. You don't really act like that.
But they actually got scared. No, I was
I've
wasted.
never
and
seen
then
you like
I
that in
think
my
they
life.
No,
bought
I've never get mad
They
like
bought
that.
us a drink, and then we wound up leaving on our own terms.
Yeah, they didn't kick
But
us out.
everyone in Charleston's so nice.
Yeah.
But apparently not to us that weekend.
yeah.
And then, oh yeah,
Because later that night,
continuing the story,
Story never ends.
you know, the bars
never
closed
ends.
early there at 2:00.
Yeah.
So we go to get pizza.
we're online. There's a
And-
huge line for the pizza.
I'm standing in line like a good boy. Phil tries to cut the line
trying
like
to
a New
cut the
Yorker.
line.
I'm a
you
good
know,
boy.
The New York style.
Yeah, so I go in the place
And I'm-
to cut the line.
So and I see Phil walking back out, and I'm like, all right, I guess it's not happening. I turn around first, and I leave, and all of a sudden I get rocked.
Yeah, punched in the
Back
face.
of the head? Oh, face?
So I hear,
I'm falling over, and then Phil's picked me up, and I'm like, "Why the fuck would you hit me?"
He thought I hit him.
I thought it was him, and it was just this
So
big
I'm like-
guy jumping around.
Yeah, there's a circle around like Davey and this guy.
It's just some
And
local.
I'm dazed. Now.
This guy's like
And Phil
bouncing
picked me
around
up,
like
and
this.
Phil's like, "Get him!"
I'm like, Davey, get him! I throw him into the fight with this guy.
and we're just rolling around. Terrible fight.
Yeah, it was a bad fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then me and this one guy.
The cops came.
The cops come.
Yeah, the cops are right there.
Yeah, they get Davey and the guy. Me and this one guy were talking to the cops. I pretended like I didn't know Davey. I was like, this guy just punched him in the face for no reason at all. And that's what happened. And then the fight kind of just like ended. And the guy like joined me. He's like, yeah, that's exactly what happened, man.
Well, I mean, it
I
is
was
what
like,
happened.
nice. But it is what happened. But Davey was going to get arrested.
And they didn't arrest the other guy either.
So
no?
Davey's sitting there talking about the Kevin thing.
Oh, so and I was underage at the time. I was only 20.
Oh, wow.
So and the cop, because I was a little dazed, brought me over and he checks my ID. I was good at fake ID. So
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the car. And my name's Davey. He's looking at me. He's going, Kevin. And I'm deer in the headlights looking at him. Kevin.
He probably felt like
And he's
you're
like,
concussed.
yeah, we need an ambulance. We got a kid with a concussion down here. And all of a sudden, I remembered my name was Kevin. And I was like, oh, yeah, Kevin.
He's like, are you okay? He's like, no, I just forgot.
That's funny.
I just forgot.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Those stories, yeah.
If we got one more, I guess we'll do for this show, the Amsterdam story. So
wow, that's a big one.
How should we go about this Amsterdam
I don't
story?
know. Where do you even start? That was a crazy
Let's
week.
just talk about the sex castle thing. But let's go.
Sex
Let's
palace.
we'll give a little
I do like that story.
We'll give a little background. So me and Davey are in Amsterdam. The trip is supposed to be. Well, we went to Scotland first to visit our boy McPhail, who definitely doesn't watch this.
Yeah. Too busy in Thailand.
So
He has a TV.
McPhail, subscribe.
yeah, come on, wake up. So we spent like 3 days in Scotland, and we met these guys that were going to Amsterdam, and they told us about this music festival in Amsterdam, which we would have never known anything about unless we met these guys. So by the time we get to Amsterdam, we wind up going to this music festival, having a great time. It
was awesome.
There was so many tasty treats.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was really crazy.
There's always tasty treats
we
in
were really
Amsterdam.
young at
Oh.
the time. We were like, I don't know. You were what, 20?
Yeah, it had to be maybe 20.
Which is that?
You were
You're
probably
experienced
22.
18.
I was
I
probably
was
like
probably
22,
Sounds
23.
over 18. That's
Before
good.
I was like on the fire department and all that.
Yeah,
so.
so we,
Oh,
were
yeah,
getting-
long
we,
time
had-
ago.
we were having a great time, really
Very
great time. And we had this one night where we were just like having a really, really good time. And,
a lot of tasty treats. Yeah, a lot of tasty treats.
Do you know there's certain tasty treats you can get in Amsterdam that you can't get here?
Yeah.
So you had some tasty treats?
Yes, we had those tasty treats.
All right, fair enough.
So,
I think we should just skip to the main event.
yeah.
Yeah?
The sex palace.
Yeah.
Sex
So-
palace.
So
I like that story.
we're really doomed.
As you know, Amsterdam has its red light district, which was kind of disgusting.
Really?
But then it was just funny, with being on these tasty treats and having such a great time, seeing what
Yeah,
goes
that must
on.
be
there.
Yeah,
nuts.
we were just
So
really.
we kept noticing there's this thing called the sex palace.
Yes.
And it's a big open door thing. And people,
looked
are,
like a
people are
carnival.
like going in and out.
Is it
like,
bang in the middle of the red light district?
It
Yeah.
looked it
and
looked like a little
it's like-
carnival
but
thing or something.
All types of people are going in. Like it seems like women, like
Yeah.
not children, but
No, okay, yeah.
So then we were really having a great night. And we're like,
You're
we
intrigued
have
by
to
this.
see what this thing's
Yeah, we finally had to look. We kept walking by it. We never went in.
So we walked in, and it was a big circle of doors.
Yeah, and there's
all
lines
around,
for each
and
door.
lines, and they have a little light above it, red light.
Okay.
But we only saw red lights. So
Yeah, that's
we're waiting in
funny.
line, and then I think we understood that red light means no.
But I checked.
But Phil checked.
So I opened this door, and there's a guy in there like jerking off. I was like, oh my gosh. Holy cow.
And so everyone's yelling at us now. Everyone's like, stupid Americans,
Yeah,
stupid
yeah.
Americans.
That's
and
true.
we're laughing so hard. We can't control ourselves. So we just went to the other side of the circle.
Yeah.
Figuring, let's get away from those people.
And you just got to wait till the light goes
so
green?
then finally,
Yeah.
a light goes
Well,
green.
when the guy comes out.
Oh, okay.
Or
yeah,
when,
yeah.
girl.
when someone comes out. Yeah.
System.
So then
Yeah.
finally, light comes green, and we look at
We
each
both
other.
go in.
We both look at each
Together?
other. We're like, who's gonna go?
Yeah.
So we both went.
We both go in the door.
Stupid
And we're
Americans.
looking in, and it's just like.
You put a coin in the slot, and
Yeah.
then the door opens, and it's
It's a window.
revolving door, a revolving thing in the middle.
It's like a bed.
and it's just a guy getting a blowjob.
Yeah, it's a guy with a girl. They have masks. They have like those stupid like New Orleans masks
Yeah, the
on.
Mardi Gras
and
mask.
the lady's giving the guy a blowjob on the bed, and it
And-
keeps circling.
and
Like
when
this.
So everyone's watching the same
and-
thing?
Everyone,
it's a
you see
small-
everyone's faces.
It's a small little cubicle, so me and him are bouncing off the walls laughing. People are banging on the walls.
Yeah.
Down over there.
But the funniest
they're trying
part,
to get one off,
Davey notices this guy across the thing through the mirror.
and his face
He's
is
like,
pressed
"Look."
against the window. Like, imagine pressing your face against the window and just the breath.
Yeah, it was like steam. It was all steam, like on the glass, and the guy's like definitely just jerking off like crazy. And me and Davey goes, "Look at him!" And I look, I see it.
Yeah, we literally fall out the door.
We fell out the door laughing,
people
and
yelling
everyone's
at us
like,
again,
"Yeah,
"Get the
it's like
fuck
this is
outta
a
here."
serious thing." We're like, "This is art."
This is art.
And we didn't go back to the Sex Palace.
Yeah,
after
that was it. But that was funny.
Because people always tell me, maybe you can tell us that they always say like, don't even go to the red light district in Amsterdam because actually like the bars and clubs off that apparently is
Yeah, they're
better.
good.
Yeah.
apparently
The
they're
red light
really-
district kind of sucks there. It's stupid.
I mean, you probably
Yeah,
have to go just to say
It's
you went, I
actually,
guess.
it's kind of grimy. It's all around
Yeah,
a church.
it's
It's all
disgusting.
based around.
Yeah.
It's all like the center of it is a church.
That's
Yeah.
And people are bargaining. It's a weird place.
Really?
So another funny part of this story is so
Stick to
every
the tasty
night,
treats.
each night, me and Davey had this hotel, and we came home at like 8 a.m. or like 6 a.m. every night, and the friggin' people keep waking us up at 8 a.m. with like for some reason. Oh, they knock on the door to see if we
food?
need room service at 8 a.m. every
You're
morning.
gonna put like a sign and
And I keep telling them, like, do not wake us up. We want to get up at 2 p.m. We're dying over here. So the last night, we're supposed to leave for Paris at like, 10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
or something. We get home at like 6 a.m. It was Easter morning. We get home. I did my Jesus hair, and I go into the hotel. I was like this with no shirt on. I was like, I have risen. Do not wake me up today for the last time.
I am very offended.
So finally, me and Davey go to sleep. We actually needed to be woken up
And
this
they didn't
morning.
wake?
They didn't wake us up. We get up like maybe a half an hour before our train.
We throw everything in the bag. We're going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
We get a cab. We're like, step on it.
Yeah,
you know?
we're like, we gotta get us to the train
The
station
guy
now.
drove
Got
as
juicy
slow as
treats for you.
possible.
Yeah, he
the guy,
didn't care.
the guy did not care.
So we make it to the train.
It's not like the movies.
The train's gone. It
Oh,
left us.
you missed the train?
Missed the
Yeah,
train.
shit.
So we had a flight. So first of all, we kept postponing going to Paris. We were supposed to be in Paris like 3 days before
loved
this.
Amsterdam so
we
much.
loved Amsterdam so much we stayed there.
And there was a terrorist attack in Brussels at the time.
Yes, there was
so
a terrorist attack.
We had a reason to tell everyone
stay-
why
yeah.
why
Oh,
we
really?
did it. Yeah.
So we needed to get to Paris now because we had to catch our flight to get back to America from Paris. So we missed the train. Now we're like, oh my God, what do we do? We have to rent a car. So we rent a car. It's stick shift only.
drove?
I'm dying this morning. I barely slept. I was dying. I was like almost throwing up. So I'm like, Davey, I can drive stick kind of, but I can't drive. Can you drive stick? He's like, yeah. He
No,
pretended.
I said no.
You said yes.
I was like, I'm a fast learner.
So David, like, immediately he's like backing it out. He's like trying to, you can't get it out. It's like reverse. I'm like, you sure you can drive stick? He's like, yeah, I got it.
Bad sticks, no
So
joke.
we
I
get
can't drive stick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I actually got it for a little bit.
Yeah, we get on the highway.
Oh,
We
you're
get on the
in
highway.
And then I got a
chill.
little cocky. I did
Well-
like a Vin Diesel double clutch.
I fall asleep. Davey's on the highway. I wake up, and the freaking car's smoking. And Davey's just like, and the car's like smoking, and like he's like, I'm like, just pull over, man. So we pull over on the side of the road.
And there was a sign. So imagine you're in, New York City and you see a sign for Albany.
Yes.
We told the guy we're in Albany.
Yeah,
we're
so-
in,
Yeah.
We know we're close.
we're on the side of the highway for 7
It's just
hours.
like a French
We
or whatever
called.
language
We
it is?
called the
Yeah.
car company to come pick us up, and we're like, we're in Albany right now because we thought
You saw the sign.
We saw the sign.
Yeah.
We're on the side of the highway we just fall
We
asleep.
fall
We're so
asleep in the
fucked.
car.
So 7 hours, and there's 18-wheelers going by. It's like, boom, like
Yeah.
shaking the
That's
car.
We
scary.
probably should have died.
Shaking the car.
So we woke up and it's like sunset. We're like, what the fuck, man? We're definitely missing this flight.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was long gone.
Flight's gone.
we
So
would have had to make
we missed the
perfect
flight.
time to
Yeah.
make, yeah.
How'd you get off the road?
So this is great. So now when we wake up, it's like 7 hours later. We're like, holy shit. So I'm like calling the company. I'm like, where are you guys? They're like, they're in Albany. We can't find you. I'm like, fuck. So finally this guy comes pick us up. We're yelling at him. We're like, where have you been? Where have you been? He's like,
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
here to help you.
He's like a
Just
good Samaritan.
So yeah, wait. So we're like, where have you been? We're yelling at him. He gets us.
He brings us to like his garage.
Yeah.
And he's diagnosing the car. We're like, we don't care about the car. Get us a new car.
Yeah, give us a
And
new
then
car.
he's
He's
like,
like,
I'm just a tow truck driver.
Yeah, he was a nice
someone
guy.
called.
He was
A random nice guy picked us
We've
up
been
on the side of the
we've been
road.
berating this man for an hour.
We're like, oh, now I see. I'm sorry, man. He thinks we're like terrible Americans being assholes.
spoke English,
Give
though?
us a new
Yeah.
car. We
Yeah.
think-
He just
good?
thought we were assholes.
yeah. He's like, give us a new car. He's like,
Give us a new car. Like he's like the rental company.
That's funny.
so we finally had to drive back, or we got a cab back to the friggin' Amsterdam to get a new car
No way.
to drive
How
back
far
to
did you
Paris.
drive?
It was
An
like
hour.
$100. It was
An
like
hour?
$100
'Cause
cab. It wasn't cheap.
How long is that drive from Amsterdam to Paris?
Would have been 4 or 5 hours.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you went about what?
Yeah,
And
20
we
hours,
had to
okay.
make perfect time. It was a bad idea.
No, we were dead. So we missed the flight, and then
Broke the car.
broke the car. They were going to charge us a fortune. We
Called your parents to
no.
took another flight. No.
No, Courtney actually, his sister
Yeah,
did.
my sister.
Oh, really?
actually,
Sister saved us.
Shout out to Courtney.
Yeah, she got us a new flight, but we actually wound up spending a day in Paris. But I was so sick, I was throwing up like crazy. I had to drive. I wouldn't let Davey drive
Yeah,
anymore.
he wouldn't let me drive.
you
So
gonna
I was
stick
like, I'm in
fast, man?
Paris. I have to see the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, he made me drive to the Eiffel Tower. I'm like,
Phil drove under the Eiffel Tower. Phil's never seen the Eiffel
yeah.
Tower.
I never got out of the car. I couldn't even get out of the car. I had to sit in the car.
And you had to
I
go
parked
up.
Phil's
next
never
to the
seen
Eiffel
the Eiffel
Tower.
Tower.
Did you go up it or no? You just
No, I just looked at it
yes.
for a second. Phil was like, ugh. So I got back in the car and we left.
Yeah. You might be
Yeah.
the only person to go to fuck and never
I
seen
know.
the Eiffel
And he
Tower.
drove under it.
Yeah, I kind of looked from the car.
Underneath it.
I was dying so much. I was so sick.
He saw the base, one of the legs.
Oh, fuck, that's great.
It must have been the tasty treats.
All those tasty
They got
treats.
me.
All right.
But yeah, I guess that's it for the stories.
Yeah, I mean, I want to just do something real quickly and ask Davey for a quick opinion because I don't want to take away from one of our best episodes, the Bear Ass episode, just to go back to Dano. So Dano was on a few weeks. Episode 3, definitely go and watch it. It's one of the most talked about episodes. So that'll explain the whole story. But Davey was also involved. I just wanted to know what his opinion was because he wasn't part of most of the story. He kind of came in and
Yeah.
he sort of
He wasn't,
witnessed the
he wasn't
chaos.
there.
He wasn't there.
I was getting the phone calls.
I
Oh,
called
What was
Davey.
going.
But you
He
came to
wasn't-
Long Beach, right or no?
No.
I was ready to come to Long
I
Beach.
called him to come.
I was going to whoop some bare ass.
He's ready, he's ready to kick
So
some
you were
ass.
I was
calling
very
me.
upset.
You were calling me like a madman.
But as Dano said, the story aged well, and now we can all laugh.
Yeah.
at it.
All
right,
but in
that's
the
fair
moment,
enough.
it jeopardized the beach
I
house.
called Davey. I was like, Davey, you got to come save me. Dano's going to beat me up.
I feel like me and Davey hated me for a few weeks. Dano said, "Do you forgive Dano now or no?"
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, good
yeah,
enough,
now it's a
yeah,
great story, but it made no sense to me hearing it over the phone.
Yeah.
I can
they got
imagine. It's the
naked.
middle- it's the
I was
middle of the
like,
night.
Someone wet themselves. I had no idea what was
Oh,
going
now's
on.
my good chance to say what I fucked up during the Bear Ass episode. So I didn't say the most important part of the Bear Ass story, that they always interview you when you get these Long Beach houses. So I had to do an interview with the landlord. And she literally said during the interview, so you're not going to have anyone naked out in the streets, are you? I was like, why would that even be a question?
So
She was
random.
like, you'd be surprised.
And then
And
that
then-
happened.
sure
Oh
enough,
my god!
So I forgot to say that on the Bear Ass episode,
That's
which is
great.
probably the best part of the story.
Definitely, if you're just watching the first time, go back and catch episode 3. Like it's one of our most talked about.
Yeah,
episodes.
we like
It's
that. We like
fucking
that story, the Bear
great.
Ass
Yeah, we
story.
do.
And the voicemail is legendary.
Yeah, I love it, man.
So.
Is it time for the tasty treat?
Oh. Oh yeah,
Well,
let's
picks
do
first?
Yeah,
Alright.
let's do
Yeah.
Dave's picks. Oh, so wait, talk about what? So Dano's 3-1.
Oh yeah.
Bones is 3-2. Catman's 1-2, and the Pod
our
God
Pod
Angelo
God.
is 1-3.
Pod
Oh,
God.
The man, yeah.
Pod guide.
The man sees the
Is
picks
down there with Catman.
every single week, and he goes 1-3. I don't know.
that system.
Yeah. So Davey, look, as long as you beat the pod god, you're going to be fine. So I don't know if we said this, but Davey has many nicknames. One that sticks to me is the Big Red Machine. So I went on the red side of the pick. So this week, first game is Texas Red Raiders are playing Kansas State Wildcats. The Kansas State Wildcats are 8.5-point favorites. So do you think that the Kansas State Wildcats will cover the 8.5 spread, or are you going to go on the Red Raider side?
I gotta go Red Raider.
I
All right.
didn't think so. Yeah, I really want the Davy on
It's the only
last
system
week.
I know.
Because, yeah, last
Why?
week was because Texas played. Texas
Shit.
played the
Here.
Texas Tech, and it was a big Red River rivalry.
Damn.
The big Red River Davy Scott rivalry. All right, number 2 then is the Miami Redhawks against the Buffalo Bulls. Again, this is college, so Miami Redhawks against Buffalo Bulls,
It's
and
UB,
Buffalo
right?
are -2. Yeah, University of Buffalo.
I gotta go Buffalo.
Yeah,
Davy's cousin goes to Buffalo.
I was
Yeah,
going to
that's the
say
only
I knew
reason.
there was some
Oh,
affiliation there.
Brendan? His name?
No,
Mike.
Mike.
Mike, he's still there.
And
Yeah, he'll be
and
he'll be
Bernie.
working with you guys on
Mike and
Oktoberfest,
Bernie.
actually.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see him this week.
Yeah.
Awesome. Third one then, so it's just 3 college games, and then I've got 1 NFL. So it's Louisiana Monroe are playing the Arkansas State Red Wolves, and the Red Wolves are -3.
We're going Red Wolves.
Yeah, I like the
Red
Red
Wolves.
Burn plus Davy combo.
That's a system
Yeah.
bet
Yeah.
right there.
Me and Byrne, take anyone out.
The Red Wolf, that's great. Yeah, we got to get Burn on then for all the Wolf picks.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
wow.
And the final pick is, and there's no actually red-related NFL team that I could find. So
Redskins.
Oh, what? Nah,
Commanders.
well, it's Commanders now, remember? That would have been an easy one. I think they might be in the show later. Anyway, so since Davey's one of the biggest people I ever saw, I took him the biggest over in the NFL. So it's the Bills versus Ravens. The over is 51. Is it going to go under or is it going to go over? The score of 51 points.
We're going to go over.
Oh, it's
51.
going to go over.
Yeah, I like that.
You took the over? Actually, if they don't pick,
Lamar's gonna run
Davey
all
might
over.
be the first 4-0 guy.
He might be.
come on.
I like all his picks. Not gonna lie.
Oh, Davey might be the first 0-4 guy.
Thanks a lot, Spartan.
All right, so as I said, I think Phil mentioned to start the show. It is his 32nd birthday, Davey. So
Thank you.
maybe we got a little cake.
Almost forgot the tasty treats.
Oh yeah, and do we have anything to cement the moment?
Happy
system
birthday. Happy system birthday.
System.
Happy system birthday, Davey.
System.
Happy system birthday.
Blow it out there, big man.
Ooh.
I know your picks must have sucked last week. I only get half a cake.
I think Henry got hungry last
We're
night.
not showing that. Only half a cake.
Look,
listen,
it was a mediocre week last
We
week.
can't afford
We couldn't afford the full cake.
Maybe next week I'll get a full cake.
After your 4-0 picks, maybe. But Davey, it was great to have you on.
Yeah,
thank you.
In
Thank you
your
for having
home
me on.
of
Thank you, Davey.
Growlers in Tuckahoe, New York.
Oh yeah, we got
Oh, yeah.
Oktoberfest this Saturday.
Yeah.
Me and Davey, us
All
four
four of
will
us.
all be
All
here.
four of us will be there.
They're bartending. Me and
Angela's
Davey
gonna be there?
Angela's
Angela's
gonna
gonna
be
be
there.
here. The
Yeah,
whole
wow.
podcast will be here. Bones will probably be here.
Yeah.
Bones might be there.
Maybe Catman. We'll see if we can get him.
But yeah, it's going to be a great
gonna be
day.
good.
It starts at 12 and 1.
Starts at noon.
Yeah,
Band
soon.
started 1.
Yeah, the band starts at 1. The thing starts at noon. It's gonna be it's a crazy day. The whole parking lot. It's like a really big. It's the biggest thing in Tuckahoe.
Yeah.
Did you get that patent suit you were talking about or not?
No, we didn't get
We
it,
got
man.
painting for the kids, right?
Yeah,
Paints
we
for
got
the kids.
face painting for the kids. We got pumpkin painting. We have a section where they can mess around with the hay and shit.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah, we make a little hay pit. You bring your kids, drop them in the hay pit, come
Throw
drink.
them in the hay.
You give
get
a
a
kid
drink.
hay, like they go nuts for it. They love
You
hay.
throw the kid in hay. Get a beer.
That's the
Have
petting
a good
zoo.
time.
The kids.
yeah, you pet the kid.
Ben Roethlisberger might show up.
Should we cheers for the cake?
Yeah, I got to give you a cheers anyway.
Cheers,
We'll have
Davey.
you. Happy
Cheers.
birthday, Davey. Cheers.
Thanks for being on the show, Dave. That's
Thanks
great.
for coming on.
Thank you for having me, guys.
System,
Thank you.
system.
System.
Mikey.
System.
Great having Davey on there.
Yeah.
He might actually, I don't know if we didn't hit on it, but Davey's one of the best basketballers I've ever seen.
Yeah,
So
he's
maybe
very
even
good.
during when the basketball starts up, might be good to get his picks.
Yeah, we'll bring Davey back on for the basketball.
You'll definitely, would you admit right now in Trust the System podcast, or is it Trust the Sprinkled podcast, that Davey is a better basketball player than you?
Well, since he's not sitting next to me anymore, no, he's not.
He'd never admit that.
No,
would
I'll never admit that. Never admit it. Maybe he's better at certain things.
Yeah.
But I'm like the LeBron James, and he's like more like Will
Shaq?
Chamberlain or something.
I mean, Anthony Davis getting hurt, not that great.
Yeah, he's like an Anthony Davis. He
man.
likes to shoot threes. The big man, he likes to shoot threes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who, Davey? I think I watched Davey do a 2020 game over in friggin' the YMCA or whatever it was in White Plains.
Davey's furious right now off the camera. He's about to punch me in the face.
He's got a bottle of ketchup ready.
No, Davey tries to play point guard sometimes.
Nah, Davey's good. He's good.
he's a very good player.
Actually, we should have told the story about me and Davey went to Harlem. Me and Davey went to Harlem to play basketball at night on that court next to the Crack is Whack sign off the FDR.
Crack is Whack.
And we barely. It was so hard for us to get in the game because no one wanted to pick us, obviously. So
Wow.
for some reason,
Wonder why.
for some reason, and we finally get in the game and we were dominating. And I remember. Yeah, me and Davey were both dominating, but Davey was doing really good. And this guy after the game comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, you guys were good. Does your boy speak English?" I was. They thought he was like a European player that didn't
Like,
speak English. I was like, "We're from Yonkers, man."
That's so funny.
That's great.
That goes to Davey's persona. He's probably standing waiting for the ball. Wouldn't even yell. Give me the ball. Like,
Yeah,
this guy don't,
he
this
didn't
guy don't
say
speak
anything.
English,
Yeah.
even though he's dominating. All right, I guess it's time of the show where we try to go 9-0.
Our favorite show. Our favorite show. Oh, wait.
Second favorite.
8
After Vegas Spartan.
Oh well, now it's the second favorite part of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we got to do our You go first, man.
I'll go first because I want to get in. Again, this is a Thursday night game, so by the time the show comes out, we're going to be 1-0 again. Cheers. But Angela will clip this, hopefully. So it's my Bengals are playing the Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. So the Bengals are -4 against Dolphins. Bengals are 1-2. Dolphins are 3-0. So me and Sparno,
They're saying Dolphins are the best team in the league.
Dolphins and Eagles are the only two teams unbeaten, and they're really.
I forgot who said the Dolphins are the best team in the league. RG3 did.
Oh, really?
Just now, yeah.
Kind of like RG3, although
I do like RG3, but he's
not system.
Yeah, he's not.
He's one of those guys.
Great crack, opposite system guy. But what is it? So as I don't know if we said this. Me and Sparno were at the Bengals game on Sunday against the Jets. So we were at our feet in the ground. We had all access. When the system goes to MetLife, you get all access.
We had a great time.
We're talking to Joey Burrow, all the boys. So like they're all amped.
Orange slice drink was great.
Oh geez, yeah.
Kettle orange and orange.
Kettle orange crush. We crushed about friggin' 10 of them, so we were feeling good. But as I said, we watched the Bengals beat the Jets. People watching don't really pay any heed to that. The Jets, when you beat the Jets,
they suck.
No one gives a flying fuck.
Yeah.
There's no feather
If you're the Dolphins and you beat the Bills, i.e.
huge.
Super Bowl fucking elite,
Yes.
you pay attention.
Yeah.
So people looking at that, the Finns just beat the Bills, and now
underdogs?
they're getting 4 points. System is 100% the Bengals. So I will go Bengals -4. Going to put a little side note that just in case if Tua happens to be out for that game, it's probably going to go down a no bet.
Yeah.
Watch the Twitter. But right now, Tua is scheduled to play. Bengals -4. Take that to the house.
Yes.
Awesome.
I like that. And listen, the Bengals looked pretty good when we won, even though they were the Jets.
They passed the eye test.
Yeah.
They were pretty man.
Easy on the eye, just like Tommy Fury.
It was like watching Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury, quarterback. Ben Stiller, wide receiver.
How is he going to cut this part for one clip on Instagram?
I have
It's so
no
long.
idea. But good luck, Angelo. All right, and Phil's got a Friday game then?
So yeah, I got a Friday game. This is my pick of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Before
It's
Saturday?
So good, yes. So UTSA versus Middle Tennessee. UTSA is -4 on the road. They're 2-2 for the season. MTSU is 3-1, and they just beat the ranked Miami easily, and now they're +4 at home. I think they're begging you to take MTSU in this game.
They stuffed Miami.
They stuffed Miami. They're begging you to take Middle Tennessee in this game. So I'm all over UTSA -4. That's my pick of the week.
UTSA Roadrunners on the road.
Yeah,
Makes
Roadrunners on the
sense.
road. Makes sense.
Yeah.
System.
2-0,
System.
baby.
Yeah.
All right. So, Sparn, do you want to do your
Yeah, I
three
do
picks then
I only got
first?
2.
Oh, you only 2?
I like to go 50-50. You know, I like to get 1-1. But this week I'm going to go 2-0.
All right, go for it.
I got Nebraska -5.5 versus Indiana. Indiana's 3-1. Nebraska's 1-3, and they're getting killed by good and bad teams.
Wait a minute. You're taking them off the system killer board?
I am taking them off for
I kinda like it,
for
actually.
1 week.
This game seems
To
good.
see what happens.
But
But
teams have been coming off the
If
system killer
Nebraska
board.
doesn't cover this,
the only reason
They
why
can
the
never,
only reason why
ever,
Nebraska's 1 and
ever.
3, they're losing to bad teams.
yeah.
All
These are
right?
their favorites or no?
Yeah.
The favorites, 5.5.
Yeah, they
Indiana's 3-1. People are going to take. They're begging to take Indiana.
Oh my
at
God.
5.5. So I'm taking Nebraska.
I'll give them one more chance.
Yeah, this is it. If Nebraska doesn't cover this spread, ladies and gentlemen, we're not betting for the rest of the year.
I'm
It's the
never
last shot they
giving
got.
never giving Notre Dame another chance, but I'll give Nebraska one more chance
Yes.
based on that.
And I'm giving the Commanders one more chance.
Ugh.
Only because they're playing the Cowboys. It's a division
divisional,
game.
yeah.
You already know how I feel about Cooper Rush. I have a love-hate for him, but I'm back on the hate train with him.
Wow.
He sucks.
First class?
He sucks, man.
He's terrible.
He's getting lucky.
He's an idiot.
He's definitely an idiot. And the 3 points, again, I think they're begging you to take Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys playing good. Cooper Rush is playing good. I think it's going to be back to reality for Cooper Rush. He's going to suck. He's going to shit the bed. Commanders may win this game outright.
What's the line?
3.
Yeah, because like you said, I noticed that again that Cooper Rush only literally started 3 games and he's 3-0.
Yeah.
They're
And
letting
now
him-
he's playing the worst team ever, Commanders.
And
I
it's
mean,
only 3
at
points,
home.
all the trees. I like the Commanders too. Actually,
Yeah.
you have a good chance going 2-0.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be the show.
Arnold 2-0. Could this be the 8-0 show, ladies and gentlemen?
Will be. All right, so I'll finish
be.
off my 2 picks then and leave the system master to finish it off. So I got on Saturday, I'm going to Texas A&M is against Mississippi State, and Mississippi State are -3.5. So actually, this is a Philly special. We got the 17th ranked Texas A&M. They've beaten 2 ranked teams already, and they're playing Mississippi State, who literally haven't really beat anyone, and they lost to LSU, SEC. So people just looking at it off the bat think Mississippi State, Texas A&M are getting 3.5 points. They're ranked, and they've beat 2 ranked teams. It just smells Davy snapper.
That's not snapper.
It's fishy-ish.
Very
So
fishy.
Mississippi State
A red
minus-
snapper.
Wow, my man, red snapper.
Smells like red snapper
That
in
is
here.
fucking great. That makes even more system now. So Mississippi State will get me to 2-0.
Very good.
So the last couple of weeks I've actually done the NFL Thursday game, so I'm always missing out. I don't get a game on Sunday. So because of the hurricane that's coming into Florida, shout out all the best to anyone down in Florida. Hope you're all safe. That they've moved the UCF game from Saturday to Sunday. So that game's there's going to be there's 2 college games on Sunday, but the one I'm taking is SMU at UCF. So UCF are -3.5.
In the bounce house?
They're down at the bounce house.
In the bounce house.
One of Sparno's favorite places
I
ever.
love the place.
Yeah.
UCF just came off a win last week. SMU came off a loss. Like Sparno just said, the bounce house, it's always rocking.
Oh, it's rocking.
You cannot have a place called the bounce house if it's not fucking bouncing.
Yeah, it's bouncing.
And SMU have beat no one. They beat North Texas and Lamar. Who's Lamar? Kendrick Lamar? It's the only fucking Lamar I know.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh shit, I know him actually. He's mean. So if you beat Lamar Jackson, maybe I'll switch. But
Or Javaris and Lamar.
yeah. So
Key and Peele?
straight up, it's just it's another line that just I think SMU's a pick. So take SMU plus 3.5, and that should get me to 3-0.
3-0, Seamus. All right, Seamus 3-0, Sparno's 2-0. I'm 1-0 so far.
Yeah.
11-1 on the show. I was getting real cocky with the 9-0 last
So
week.
much cock.
9-0, 11-1. What's the difference? If you take all my picks, you're gonna have the best year of your life. Just keep it going.
Yeah.
All right, go on ahead.
Sparno hates it. He
Go
wants
ahead,
me to
pal,
lose.
yeah. What
By
Sparno
the
said.
way,
I don't mind. I'm taking the bets too.
By the way, when I lost Georgia State, the second
Sparno was doing
the
somersaults.
second the game ended, Sparno texted, "Phil's gonna go 0-3."
Yeah,
Like, this guy wants me to lose.
I don't.
such a player
I'm
here.
betting the bets too. Why would I want to lose?
I don't know. I don't know if you would rather lose 500 or Phil lose. Either way, I think you're happy.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win for him. So I got 12 p.m. on Saturday, number 7 ranked Kentucky versus number 14 ranked Ole Miss.
Philly.
It's a Philly special. Ole Miss is -6.5. They're ranked 14. Kentucky's ranked 7. Fishy line. Red snapper once again.
Yeah, another red snapper.
Big Davy red snapper.
So Kentucky's beat number 12 ranked Florida at the time, and they're 4-0. Ole Miss played against 4 shitty teams, and they're what, 3-1?
3-1.
Yeah, they're 3-1. They haven't played anyone good yet. At least Kentucky beat Florida, so they show
that's
that
gonna be
they
fresh
can.
in people's minds.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
show that
exactly.
they can beat good teams. Ole Miss hasn't had any competition. This is their first big game. They're -6.5. They're begging you to take Kentucky in this game, man.
Yeah,
What's
please.
Kentucky ranked 7?
You got to be able to see that.
7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
7
there you go,
nation.
yeah.
They're begging you. 6.5.
This
That's
is
a
a
lot
Philly
of points.
special. This is a Philly
Big
special.
Philly special right here.
Philly.
And that gets me to 2-0.
Yep.
3-0 show, bro.
So
9-0.
I got the Monday night game here. So I don't know why we get a lot of Monday night games.
I know. Are you doing this because of our
Monday
boy?
night's pretty system.
It is pretty.
I
system.
told you.
Except for this week, Cowboys
Yeah.
Giants. That was bad. Well,
Yeah. I mean, we don't want to go the Giants and the Cowboys.
I mean, we just bet the Giants for basically hard. I mean, it looked a little system, but it wasn't.
That was more of a heart,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But whatever.
Well, so Monday night we got Rams versus Niners. The Niners.
Shout out to Bones. We're going for the Niners.
We're going for the Niners.
Bang,
Yes,
baby.
I like
The
it.
Niners are
I like
minus
it. Bones be
1.5 at home. The Rams are on a hot streak. They just beat the Cardinals and the Falcons. The Niners just had the worst game ever against the Broncos. They looked terrible. It was like 10-11.
Oh, that was the worst
the
game
worst
I ever
game of
watched.
all
Horrible
time.
game.
Garoppolo stepped out of bounds for a safety to lose the game. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I think it was the most
Like,
punts.
what is
in
he
any
doing?
game.
Garoppolo, like, he's the best looking quarterback in the league. Everyone knows he's better looking than Tommy Fury.
He has a
I
huge
think
hammer.
Debatable.
He's with all the porn stars. He's having a great time. Everyone's going to be on the Rams. Matt Stafford, he has a wife. You know,
does?
he's not messing around.
Yeah, he's a very serious man.
He's a family man. He just
Well,
won
Jimmy
the
G's
Super
out all
Bowl.
week.
Jimmy G's just having a blast. He doesn't care. He's stepping out of bounds on safeties.
Yeah, he's slinging his hammer
Who's going to
around.
bet the Niners in this game? Only us. And we're going to win
Yes.
3-0. We're taking the
Finish
Niners
off.
minus
I like
1.5.
it. I like it.
It's very
All right.
system.
And now, the best part of the show.
Oh wow,
Oh,
we're
here
right
we go.
there.
Are
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, there,
Where else
there.
are we going to go?
I don't know.
This is it. It's the only place to go.
Do I have to sing the song again?
Yeah.
Because last week I was like pretty out there, but was the song good?
The song was great.
It's all right.
I gotta try and remember. Are you ready? It's time to fade the Sparno. Everyone fade Mike Sparno. Hey, look, it's Mike Sparno. Give us some losers today. Hey.
These are not going to be losers.
Before he speaks, so this we gotta explain the fade.
Yes.
The fade the Sparno went 3-0, so we won. What that
I
means
went
is
0-3.
Sparno gave 3 picks, and we're saying fade them. So Sparno's 3 picks lost. So if you fade them like we did,
If you happen to fade the Sparno last week, you're dominating.
3-0.
So hopefully it happens again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are the chances it doesn't?
More than likely, this record's going to be. I can't wait to see what this ends
This
up.
is going to be better than my record.
No, it's not.
For the
No,
year?
it is actually.
When the year's over, I think this face is
he's
fine.
already catching up on you.
Well, I feel really good about these picks. So you guys might be in trouble, just so you know.
Just to confirm, last week he had the Bills over, which went under against Miami.
Not even close.
He had the Bears under, which went over like
Big
literally
time.
in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And he had the Chargers,
Oh,
and they got beat
that
straight up.
Hubert's an asshole, by the way.
Yeah, Herbert, whatever you call him. He's an
dickhead.
asshole.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, so
All
I
right,
got to write down
so-
your 3 picks because these are gold.
This is
Golden.
gold. This is gold.
Yeah.
Take it to the bank.
All right, my first pick is Steelers minus 3.5 versus the Jets. Now, we saw firsthand how bad the Jets are last week.
We did.
They're horrible. The only thing good about the game was the orange slice drinks. That was always good about the game.
Can we?
Other than that, they're terrible. They're 1-2. They got killed by the Ravens. They got killed by the Bengals, which you saw. And they won the Browns game by accident. They shouldn't have even won that game. That was a mistake.
That was a
I don't know.
Flacco went
huge
nuts, baby.
accident.
That was a huge accident.
2 minutes
So they really
left.
should be 0-3. But whatever. They're 1-2. They suck. Flacco sucks. I don't care how he jumps in that locker room that they're talking about. He sucks. He's a horrible guy.
Big Amp guy.
Steelers are 1-2 also, but they're a much better team than the record shows. And I think the Steelers are going to blow them out. They're only minus 3.5. They're going to win that game by at least a touchdown.
I can't like the Jets anymore.
No.
Because of the things he just said.
I can see the Steelers. I just want to put it down. That I can see the Steelers winning that by a field goal, which means this Fiat the Sparno works. 'Cause that little 0.5 is what
No,
gets you to bet the Steelers.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Doesn't get us.
Yeah.
All right,
So there you go.
Well, good luck
One
again.
again or 1-4.
And then I have the under in that game, too. Under
you're doubling down this?
Doubling down this game. I'm going under 40.5. I mean, it's hard to go over 40.5 when you can't score a touchdown. The Jets are terrible. They got no touchdowns last game. They have 4 field goals. They're not even going to get a touchdown again. So I'm going under in that game.
Under 40.5?
Under 40.5.
Your reason is so great.
It's great.
The,
Jets-
the reasoning is exactly what we
How
would
do
say.
you go over 40.5
for a
without,
system.
without scoring a touchdown?
Let's
You
see
can't.
how that happens.
We'll watch. We're going to see.
All right, and then go to college. I have Penn State minus 26.5. It's a very big spread, but Northwestern is terrible. They're not a good team. Penn State's playing crazy. 4-0. They're killing every team they play. They're going to win this game by, I would say, 40.
Any famous Penn State fans, you know?
Just Charles Aikman.
Charlie Aikman,
Right.
baby.
Champion
Shout out
Charlie.
Charles
We got to get him on the show sometime.
Yeah, he'll be on the show eventually.
He's been laughing every week and fucking winning
Yeah,
Penn State.
he loves it.
So you're going to follow him?
He's a good guy, man. He's a winner.
No. I know he's a winner, but I think this week he's going to be a loser.
Well,
Well, they're not going to lose the game. They might not cover the spread.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. I don't think they're going to win. I
they're
don't
going to win
think-
by maybe 50.
50.
50. All right. I'll take. What's the spread? Not 26. You said I'll take.
26,
I'll
yeah.
take them to win by 24. So
right.
system wins again.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Well, all right. That's the end of the show. We want to thank Davey again.
Yeah, Davey was awesome.
Remember to come to OCTOBERFEST on Saturday, all-day event. We got
Yeah.
bands, everything.
We might be so busy that you might actually have to come to OCTOBERFEST to get our
To get the
picks.
picks.
to get the
Yeah,
picks.
that's
It's
true.
one of those, yeah.
How's it
Let's go
working? Hey,
old
what
school.
guys
You
got?
gotta go word of mouth.
Oh, so yeah. Forgive us on Saturday if we can't put the picks up.
We're gonna try our best.
We're going to, most likely I'll be able to do it, but forgive us if we don't.
because you just
But you
never
have
know
these
where these days
picks,
go.
and honestly, the show picks are just golden. So
Yeah, even if you just relied on the show picks for this week, it's gonna be enough.
you haven't lost yet if you take all the show picks. You haven't had a bad week yet. You haven't even had a close to bad week yet
And the numbers
if
are
you
great.
took the show picks. So we're just we're killing it on the show, and we just need to work on our off the show picks, and we will. We promise. We're not going to lose you money. Let's go.
Yes.
System.
System.
Oh, and make sure you check us out on anywhere that you can listen to a podcast or watch a podcast. YouTube is my favorite because I like to see our faces.
Yeah, our faces are pretty good.
Our faces are
Great
really
faces.
nice. We have nice
Spartans'
faces.
face is awesome.
You
One of
know?
the best faces on TV. YouTube.
And honestly, if you didn't see how big Davey was next to Sparno, it's not really a funny episode.
Oh yeah! If you're listening to this on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Pod Radio, it's great to listen to. But
Yeah.
you really want to see the size difference between Sparno and Davey.
It's about a foot.
And then also, you know, I'm not going to ask for donations after a week like that, but we had the link in our bio on the Instagram. There's a donation section.
No,
We got $1.
A whole
We got
dollar.
$1. We're making it
Yes.
rain.
We're $1 richer.
Thanks for your dollar after you won freaking $1,000.
Thank you so
asshole,
much.
Whoever donated that dollar.
It's probably Angelo.
Just don't donate anything if you're going to donate $1.
gotta get the ball rolling, you know.
Vinny's
No,
it's
what's
Vinny's
it?
dollar.
Vinny donated $1. That's
Vinny, the
scumbag.
only donation. Oh man, that's great.
That is great.
He's trolling us. That scumbag.
I like it a lot, though.
That is funny.
Taking $1 of Vinny's a good day, bro.
Yes. We're gonna parlay that $1 into $1 million.
Yes.
Let's do a 25 bat thing on FanDuel.
FanDuel with a dollar.
Fuck it.
With
Let's
Vinny's
just do it for
dollar.
shits and gigs. Put it up the Vinny dollar. Turn
I
it
like
into
that.
20,000.
Yeah. So you can watch us anywhere, and that's it. Right?
System.
System.